Guys, karibuni tena to yet another fantastic episode here at Kaluhi'S kitchen. Thrilled to have you guys here, and today we're going to make something that is particularly indulgent, and that is masala fries, but not kawaida masala fries, but loaded cheesy bacony masala fries. And I know 100% you guys are really going to enjoy this one. To my returning subscribers, asanteni sana. I love you guys so much, and thank you for being loyal, and thank you for helping my channel grow from strength to strength. And to my new watchers, I know 100% after this video I'm going to earn your subscription. That said, let's begin. Karibuni sana. Kama kawaida, we are always prepped and ready to go, but before we get right in, I just want to point out that two of the main ingredients of this dish are already prepped. Number one, my fries. Making your fries beforehand is like common sense. You need fries for masala fries. It's pretty easy. Just peel your potatoes, slice them as thick as you prefer, then proceed to fry them and then set them aside. You can make them as fat or as thin as you like. I like my fries pretty thin, crispy on the outside and soft on the inside, but if you like yours a lot fatter, feel free to do whatever makes your heart happy. Second ingredient that is already prepped is my bacon. I use this pan. I just fried my bacon, and once it was as ready as I prefer mine, I chopped it up into small pieces and set it aside. It will be reintroduced into the recipe a little bit later, but this very pan that had our bacon fry in will be the same pan we will use to saute our happy base. In it is the bacon fat that rendered out of the bacon. If you fry your bacon and you don't have adequate fat, just add a little bit more oil, but mine is enough, and then add some salt. So in my pan we already have some oil and some salt, and then in this same pan we're going to add in my red onion, garlic, ginger, and some dania stems. Dania stems, as I have mentioned a billion times in the past, they pack a lot of flavor, and because of their sturdy nature, they can take on the heat that is in this beginning stage very well, and the flavor seeps into the oil spectacularly. Dania stems go at the beginning with all the other herbs, and then the delicate dania leaves go at the very end of every dish as a garnish. I love the aroma that emanates from this stage, and I know I've said this since 2018, and I'm going to say it until the end of my days. It's the perfect aroma, and not only is it the perfect aroma, but building a nice solid herby base at the start of any dish makes for a solid foundation to build flavor upon. It's very paramount that you start with strong assertive herby flavors, so that the dish at the end and the dish you're going to have will be truly enjoyable and very boisterous in terms of flavor. Now that this is nice and sauteed and very fragrant, we're going to go in with the next ingredient, and that is my tomato paste. Tomato paste is very important because it is what will form the body of the sauce. Yes, you can use fresh tomatoes, but, and it's a big but, it will not be as rich and as deep in color as it would have been if you would have used tomato paste. Yes, you can use fresh tomatoes, but I advise you reach for tomato paste. So what you're going to do next, we're going to add in our tomato paste, followed by a tiny bit of hot water, and then we're going to reach for our spices. And for that, I'm going to use paprika, turmeric, coriander, cumin, and some chili paste. We're going to mix it all up and let it saute for a couple of minutes. This now looks nice, rich, thick, and saucy. Remember, you're making a masala fry mchuzi, so it does not need to be light or soupy in any way, shape, or form. For you people who really love soup, I also like soup, but there's a place and a time. So this is not the time to add an ocean. We are not part of Oceania in this channel, and especially for this recipe. So just Take it easy with the water, make it nice and thick. Add a little bit at a time when need arises, and once it's as thick as you can see mine is, that's when you'll know you're on the right track. We've done about 3 masala fries recipes in the past, and in each of those videos I always emphasize masala fries sio chips na tomato sauce. Masala fries need to have flavor. Some people just make masala fries by making their fries and then dousing them in 60 liters of tomato sauce and then calling that masala fries. That is not masala fries. Masala fries need to have flavor, and if you make it the Kaluhi way, the flavor will always be explosive. The chili in particular needs to be there because it's a hot spicy dish. For this recipe I use a chili paste by Mdalasini Relishes. The one I use today is Oxymoron. You can use any other spice, you can use any other chili paste from the spice range. However, Oxymoron is the one I settled on. But because we want an element of heat in this recipe, any other chili would work just as fine. So if you go to Mama Mboga and buy the bird's eye chili that costs 5 bob, still fine. All you have to ensure is you have a bit of heat in this recipe. Oh, guys, you have to admit this looks spectacular, and as you can see, we're now done. We are very much on the home stretch. To be quite frank, you can still have these fries exactly as they are at this stage, but for this recipe we're not stopping at this stage. We're taking things up a notch, and for that we're going to add 2 more ingredients, and one of those I already earlier on spoke of, and that is my bacon. And to make this nice, melty and delicious, I'm going to add some cheese, and the cheese I chose for this is some mozzarella. I wanted to use some cheddar and mozzarella, but I just changed my mind today morning and decided to go with only mozzarella because it will fulfill the stretchy cheesiness I want to introduce to my loaded masala fries. As you can see, my oven is already preheating. It's preheating at 150. That means the fries will bake at 150 as well. So we're just going to sprinkle our bacon over our masala fries, add the cheese, then pop it into our oven for about 15 minutes until the cheese has completely melted. Then I'm going to see you on the other side for concluding and tasting. As I always tell you guys, everything you make has to be a feast for the eyes before it becomes a feast for your tongue and a feast for your tummy. Look at these loaded masala fries. They look amazing, and I know 100,000% they're going to taste fantastic as well. I have my fork ready to go, so let's go right in. My stretchy cheese. Everything is absolutely perfect. You can taste the nice fullness of the spices we used. You can really detect the heat of the chili as you swallow. The nice meltiness of the cheese coats your mouth as you chew, and the meatiness of the bacon is very bold and really goes well with everything else. This is nothing short of perfection, and without doubt, it's going to be your next addiction. Don't forget, kama kawaida, the exact recipe quantities to this recipe are listed on my blog, link on the description box. Along with the ingredient quantities of this recipe, I'm going to link down below the 2 previous masala fries recipe we've done in the past. Try this one out first and then try out the other 2 and tell me which one you like best. Each one is completely different from the previous one, but you're going to enjoy all of them. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really pleased that you joined me for this video, and I'm equally as excited for you to join me on my next one. See you guys.